I want to welcome everyone to this celebration of accomplishment. I am Dr. Randy Ryan, the 11th president of Chadron State College. Today, we gather for one of the oldest secular ceremonies in Western society, the conferring of academic degrees as a symbol of intellectual attainment. The robes we wear link today's ceremony with its medieval past and remind us of the importance of higher education. I am pleased so many of you could join us to celebrate our graduating class and to recognize the perseverance, hard work, and achievement of Chadron State College students. Please come forward to take pictures as you need to, and we really do encourage you to do that. Don't be worried about coming down front and being in the way. We plan for you to be there. We will begin this event with a moment of reflection to be delivered by Ms. Irma Torres, who is graduating today with a Master of Arts in Education degree. Ms. Torres is from Scottsbluff, Nebraska.
Good afternoon. My name is Irma Torres. As Dr. Ryan said, welcome friends, family, fellow students, CSS staff. It's an honor to welcome you to this commencement ceremony. This is a very special and exciting time of the year. We, the students, have been on an educational journey for several years now, and today marks the end of the journey. Today, we close a chapter in our lives and open a new one. Many of us are asking ourselves what comes next. We may have mixed emotions about the end of this chapter and the beginning of the next. Many of us may feel happiness as well as uncertainty for what comes next in our life. To all of you here today, I say, enjoy the moment. As an unknown source said, we are so often caught up in our destination that we forget to appreciate the journey, especially the goodness of the people we meet along the way. Appreciation is a wonderful feeling. Don't overlook it. Chadron State is a wonderful place to start dreams, to take off into the world and make big things happen. My experience at CSC began back in 2003 when I came here to complete my bachelor's of science in education. After graduation, life happened, and in 2014, I found myself drawn back to CSC. This time to work on my master's in clinical mental health counseling. To future students, I say that all the hard work you will pay off. As my daughter said, there were many long nights, but it all paid off because we're getting something good out of it. I think all of the graduates today can agree to that. It will be hard. There will be hard times coming our way, I'm sure, but we can overcome those. Don't get discouraged if you happen to come upon a struggle. I would like to thank all the professors at CSC for passing along their knowledge, my classmates for sharing their experience and struggles, my family and friends for all of their support, encouragement, and advice, but especially my husband, Marco. Without his support and a shoulder to lean on, encouragement, and advice, the journey would have undoubtedly been much longer and difficult. With that said, life is only a reflection of what we allow ourselves to see. So let's open our eyes and look around. Thank you.
Thank you, Irma. We are gathered here today to honor the graduates of the class of 2017. However, it is also important that we honor those people here today who have supported and encouraged you through the years. I would like to take a few minutes to recognize those people who made it possible for you to be here today. I would like to start by asking everyone in the audience who graduated from CSC to stand and be recognized. In many cases, the graduate who will walk across the stage today is the latest generation from families of multiple generations of CSC graduates. For some of you, you are the first generation in your family to graduate from college. Now, would the parents of the graduates please stand? Parents? Would the grandparents of the graduates please stand? Would the children of the graduates please stand? Aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, and nephews, would you please stand? And the friends, sweethearts, spouses of the graduates, would you please stand? Please join me in one more round of applause for all those people who made it possible for the graduates to be before us today. The other very special people who have made it possible for the graduates to be here today are the faculty and the staff of Chadron State College. Would the faculty please stand and be recognized? And would you please remain standing? Faculty? Would the staff please stand and be recognized? The people standing before you have dedicated their talents and time to make possible what we celebrate here today. Thank you. Please be seated. Now I would like to introduce to you the distinguished individuals joining me as members of the platform party. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Mr. John Chaney, member of the Board of Trustees of the Nebraska State Colleges. Dr. Charles Snare, the Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Laura Gaudet, Professor of Counseling and Psychology and today's commencement speaker. Ms. Melissa Mitchell, our Registrar. Dr. Joel Heyer, Dean of Graduate Studies. Dr. James Margetts, Dean of Liberal Arts. And Dr. James Powell, Dean of Curriculum. Would you please join me in recognizing these distinguished individuals? It is now my pleasure to invite Mr. John Chaney to the podium to bring official greetings from the Board of Trustees of the Nebraska State Colleges.
Thank you, President Ryan. It is wonderful to be here in behalf of the Nebraska State College Board of Trustees, and an honor to welcome you here today. Attending state college graduations is my favorite responsibility as a board member. It is so thrilling for me to be here today to experience the happiness evident in all of you. I'm so grateful to be part of this. I want to start by congratulating each of you for this great accomplishment. Today marks a new journey for you. It is an educational achievement for your entire family, parents, spouses, grandparents, brothers, sisters, extended family, and friends. They have been by your side from the start, and we are all very proud of you. I would also like to offer thanks to the outstanding faculty, staff, and administration of Chadron State for all they have done for you and for this wonderful institution. I am sure that you graduates have made friendships and contacts that will be of great benefit to you throughout all your lives. Be sure to stay in touch. I believe that there are two primary benefits that come with your degree. First, one is obvious, and that is realizing the knowledge that you have learned and that no one can take that away from you. The second one is more subtle. It is the confidence that you have gained in knowing that you can perform in your field on a level with any other college graduates. You will no longer have to fear sharing your ideas and suggestions in your workplaces. You will feel free to try new ideas, knowing that they are a result of the body of knowledge that you have gained here. I think I'm old enough now to pass along some advice that I hope you will find helpful. First, get into a field and job that you really like. It is almost impossible to reach your full potential if you don't like what you're doing. A very high percentage of those in the workforce today are doing things they don't enjoy. Don't be one of them. Second, know how important lifelong learning will be to you. Take advantage of educational opportunities that are available in your field. Do your research and vigorously pursue your best options. Third, don't hesitate to accept opportunities to serve on committees and take board positions that are offered to you, both professional and volunteer. I found that most of these offers only come once. I've always received more than I have given in all such experiences. Networking seems like an overused word, but it is critical to your success. You can always learn from your peers and mentors. Finally, don't get caught up in negative thought, at work or in life. It is easy to imagine that someone is not on your side. You will find that most of the time the problem lies in your own mind. If you let negativity dominate, you will find that it is much more damaging to you than any of your perceived adversaries. You will be burning your energies in the wrong place. In your life, you will make an incredible impact on your friends, family, coworkers, and communities. You will inspire, lead, create, and transform the world. Your education experience, knowledge, and skills will set you apart from the rest and allow you to do outstanding things. The world needs more of you in it. You are the ones that make a difference. With that, as a member of the Board of Trustees for the Nebraska State College System, President Ryan, I invest you with the power and authority to grant degrees to the graduates of Chadron State College. Thank you.
Today's commencement speaker is Dr. Laura Gaudet, Professor and Chair of Chadron State College's Counseling, Psychological Sciences, and Social Work Department. She joined the faculty in 1998 and became chair in 2003. Her area of expertise is traumatic brain injury, and she has represented CSC by speaking at 9 international and 4 U.S. conferences in just the past 3 years, with more scheduled for 2018. She has pioneered uses of technology to help explain assignments to her online graduate students and provide opportunities for their feedback. She has also been active in Quality Matters course design training. Dr. Gaudet received awards for her dissertation research and excellence from the University of Northern Colorado, where she earned a doctorate in educational psychology. At CSC, she was named the School of Professional Studies Outstanding Scholar in 2003. She has been a professional papers evaluator, a professional textbook evaluator, and authored several textbook supplements. She serves on the Nebraska School Counselor Association's Scholarship Committee and the Western Nebraska Behavioral Health Education Advisory Board. In addition, she has recently been instrumental in supporting the establishment of a local stroke and brain injury support group. Please welcome Dr. Laura Gaudet.
Thank you, Chadron State College President Dr. Randy Ryan, Dr. Charles Snare, Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Joel Heyer, Dean of the Graduate School and the School of Business, Entrepreneurship, Applied and Mathematical Sciences and Sciences, Dr. Jim Powell, Dean of the School of Education, Human Performance, Counseling, Psychological Sciences and Social Work, and Dr. Jim Margetts, Dean of the School of Liberal Arts. My thanks also go to members of the Distinguished Commencement Party, Ms. Melissa Mitchell, CSC Registrar, and Mr. John Cheney from the State College System Office. Thank you for inviting me to be the commencement speaker at today's celebration. My welcome also goes to the Chadron State College faculty, family members, and graduates. Good afternoon. I am thrilled to be asked to be the Chadron State College 2017 December graduate commencement speaker because I've always felt commencement was the most wonderful time in a student's life. It's pretty exciting for us too, by the way. Commencement is a time of celebration for all the students' hard work, the time students have focused on the requirements of a class instead of the desires of their household and/or the needs to take personal time for themselves. Commencement is a natural time to acknowledge the trials and tribulations of the last 2 or more years, but also a time to rejoice in the attainment of one's goal, a master's degree in one's chosen area of higher learning. Life has taught me what is important is not what happens to us, but how we handle what happens to us. Students who have reached their graduate commencement have achieved their highest level of educational attainment, not because of what's happened to them along their graduate educational path, but how they've faced their challenges with good humor, great fortitude, reliance, and unlimited courage. I've been asked to give the CSE graduates some advice that will assist them in this next phase of their professional journey. As you transition from this graduate degree to your professional life, take reasonable, achievable, conceivable risks with your professional endeavors. See these professional risks as challenges to your current professional life. Expand your horizons and say yes to professional challenges. Will you be asked to develop a curriculum framework in your chosen field for your entire school district? Say yes. Will you be invited to co-present a workshop at the local education service unit? Say yes. Will you be asked to present research at a conference with 200 participants? Say yes, even though you have a little stage fright. See this time after your master's degree as the end to your specialized journey, the attainment of your master's degree, and the beginning of your next professional period, your specialization and refinement of your professional life. Of course, you will be doing this as you also refine and perfect your personal life. Remember, your professional specialty needs your attention too. Say yes when you're invited to present at an international conference, even though you are unsure about traveling to an Asian country. Do not become fearful or concerned when you're asked to chair a session and you're worried about pronouncing the names of the other presenters and the titles of their talk. Replace the fear with excitement. See it as a challenge. You may find when you are first approaching another presenter in China that he will not be concerned if you mispronounce his name or the name of his talk. Instead, you will talk about his home in Nuremberg, Germany, and the time that you lived in Stuttgart, Germany when you were a child. You will tell your co-presenter about living in western Nebraska and the good fishing in Lake McConaughey. His response will be to immediately sit down to write a recipe for white sauce to accompany your walleye. In the last few years, I've had numerous experiences like this. This past October, while I was a keynote speaker at an international neuroscience conference in San Antonio, Texas, I had lunch with 3 neuroscientists from Nigeria, Bangladesh, and India. At lunch, our Sikh co-presenter from New Delhi, India, asked each of us to discuss whether we would change anything in our professional lives if we had the chance to do it all over again. Not my usual lunchtime discussion in the CSC Student Center. Each of the neuroscientists said they would seek greater balance between their professional and family lives. Only Dr. Amarinji Singh Malhai from New Delhi, India, and I agreed that we valued our personal and professional lives at this time and in this place. We would not change a thing about our professional journeys. I am thrilled to be teaching at Chadron State College. I have experienced great challenges and learned a great deal while I have faced those opportunities. I used to think that life after my master's degree in school counseling, I also have a BS in regular education and special education, was just about public school teaching and life with my family. Then I realized that I could specialize and develop my professional life to a greater extent. So I went back and back and back to school. I completed advanced coursework in education administration, my doctorate in educational psychology, and board certifications in forensic traumatology, critical incident stress management, and crisis traumatology. After teaching public school for 14 years and at a rehabilitation hospital school for 4 years, I thought to be a good teacher in higher education, I needed to focus on 3 things: my course content, learning about my students, and getting to understand the technology. Now I know it's so much more than that. I realized teaching my graduate students in clinical mental health counseling and school counseling, as well as my undergraduate students in educational psychology, that it's all about relationships. My relationships with my students have enriched my life. I have learned so much more from my students than they have ever learned from me. I have learned that it's important to open ourselves up to new challenges, even when they seem a little daunting, and exchange the fears of trying new things, like going to China for a conference, or being the keynote speaker at an international neuroscience conference, with excitement. As CSC students, you have opened yourselves up to these challenges and have faced them every day. Many of you come from first-generation college families. You have simultaneously juggled many roles as students, workers, family members, and athletes. You return to college life after working for several years in some other career. You continue to impress me with your hard work, determination, and perseverance. You are my teachers. As you go forth in this next phase of your professional life, say yes to your professional endeavors. Take reasonable, achievable, conceivable challenges and turn professional fears into excitement. Know that your professional opportunities that are available to you now will be exciting, but the opportunities you will be offered in the future will be much, much greater. Many of these career opportunities are not even on the horizon today. If you asked me 5 years ago if I would have the opportunity to travel to Bangkok, Thailand to present at a conference next year, I would say that you were wrong, but I'm doing just that. Embrace your challenges and opportunities. Do not turn away from these challenges because of fear. Remember, we learn as much from our mistakes as from our successes. While you are out in the world doing good work, tell all the people you meet about the good fishing in western Nebraska. Remind people that we are all human beings As Dr. Malhai from New Delhi, India stated, so we should all be human. Don't forget the white sauce, recipe from Dr. Ramond Fursching of Nuremberg, Germany, and always thank the people who helped you along the way. None of us achieve things in this world alone. Your professors, family members, colleagues, and friends helped you achieve this great goal, your master's degree. Help those that follow behind you with their next great achievement. Congratulations, graduates. We are thrilled with your accomplishments. Thank you.
Dr. Gaudet, thank you for that wonderful presentation. Thank you. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Education please rise and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Master of Business Administration please rise and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Master of Education please rise and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Master of Science in Organizational Management please rise and remain standing? President Ryan, upon the recommendation of the graduate faculty and the academic deans, I recommend to you these candidates for conferring upon them the Master of Arts in Education, the Master of Business Administration, the Master of Education, and the Master of Science in Organizational Management degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Snare. By virtue of the authority vested in me as president of Chadron State College by the Board of Trustees of the Nebraska State Colleges, and upon the recommendation of the graduate faculty, I confer upon you the degrees of Master of Arts in Education, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Science in Organizational Management, with all the rights, privileges, benefits, and responsibilities appertaining thereto.
The academic deans, Dr. Joel Heyer, Dr. James Margetts, and Dr. James Powell will assist with the hooding of the graduates, along with the candidate's advisor. Please come forward for your hooding and to receive your diplomas. Family members, feel free to come forward for photographs. Christy DePorter, Master of Arts in Education, Clinical Mental Health Counseling, hooded by Dr. Susan Schaefer. Eva Marie Gonzalez, Master of Arts in Education, Clinical Mental Health Counseling. Casey Curry, Master of Arts in Education, Clinical Mental Health Counseling. Bobby Zimmerman, Master of Education, School Counseling. Irma Torres, Master of Arts in Education, Clinical Mental Health Counseling. Brita Bergensen, Master of Education, School Counseling, hooded by Dr. Laura Gaudet and assisted by Dr. Jim Margotts. Jared Nelson, Master of Education, School Counseling, hooded by Dr. Kathleen Woods. Casey Tidyman, Master of Education, School Counseling. Michael Jeffrey Sandstrom, Master of Arts in Education, History, hooded by Dr. David Neesham, assisted by Dr. Joel Heyer. April Lynn Young, Master of Arts in Education, Mathematics, hooded by Dr. Robert Stack. Megan Dimmitt, Master of Business Administration, hooded by Dr. James Coombe. Kaylee Gaswick, Master of Business Administration. Jacob Rissler, Master of Business Administration, hooded by Dr. Richard Koza. Beitel Wilda Meskel, Master of Business Administration. Barbara Yvonne Wigington, Master of Business Administration, hooded by Dr. Timothy Anderson. Rachel Lee, Master of Education, Curriculum and Instruction, Reading Specialist, hooded by Dr. Karen Enos and assisted by Dean Powell. Allie Williams, Master of Education, Curriculum and Instruction, Reading Specialist. Bridget Colin, Master of Education, Curriculum and Instruction, Secondary, hooded by Dr. Patty Blundell. Michelle Carter, Master of Science in Organizational Management, Sports Management, hooded by Dr. William Hoffman. Janice Ferris, Master of Science in Organizational Management, Human Services, hooded by Dr. Ritson. Nikki Schmidt, Master of Science in Organizational Management, Sports Management. William Raymond Thacker, Master of Science in Organizational Management, Sports Management. Let's have a final applause for the class of 2017.
Are they all back? We're waiting on a few pictures to be taken. Before we conclude today's commencement exercises, I would like to recognize and thank a few individuals who have contributed to this event. Our student marshals, Ms. Kelsey Brummels. Kelsey is a member of the CSC chapter of Cardinal Key National Honorary Sorority. And Mr. Aaron Doohan. Aaron is a member of the CSC chapter of Blue Key Honorary Fraternity. Ms. Irma Torres, who who is the student who provided the opening moment of reflection, and the student providing the closing moment of reflection is Ms. Megan Dimmitt from Alliance, Nebraska. Mr. Bobby Pace for providing the music, Mr. Alec Helmbrecht, Director of College Relations, Ms. Tina Cook, Marketing Coordinator, Ms. Melissa Mitchell, Registrar and the Records Office staff, Ms. Shelley Johns, Coordinator of Conferencing, Mr. Dale Grant, Vice President for Administration and Finance, and the maintenance staff at Chadron State College. I want to, would you please join me in a round of applause for all of these individuals? I would also like to invite everyone in attendance to join us for a reception in honor of the graduates in the lobby immediately upon adjournment. Ms. Megan Dimmitt from Alliance, Nebraska will give the closing moment of reflection. Megan graduated today with a Master of Business Administration degree. Megan?
Good afternoon. It seems that I've taken Dr. Godot's advice and said yes to an opportunity that now I'm kind of thinking maybe not. But I really would like to get that walleye recipe later, if you don't mind. 4 years ago, I earned my undergraduate degree from Chadron State. At the time, I never imagined that I'd be back here earning an MBA today. But I have to say that I love this college and I love this town. Some of my very best friends I met at Chadron, and some of my very best memories come from this place. I imagine many of you, graduates, felt the same way about your graduate program as I did, with a full-time job, homework, and trying to give your loved ones the attention that they need, mine including a brown Labrador. Things got a little crazy at times. The one aspect of my master's program that will stick with me are those forum posts that I had to do weekly. I believe that the things that make us grow the most are often the things we hate the most at the time, and I really hated those. However, those forum posts made me have to listen and understand and be accepting of other people's opinions and other people's ideas. Those people might have come from a different socioeconomic background or might have had a different way of life, but those helped me grow, and they helped me become more accepting of people. And I think if we can take that one lesson from those forum posts and apply it to our lives, our communities, and our families, and begin to build bridges with people that are different than we are, then I think that our world and our community will become a better place. So that's my challenge for you, is to take that acceptance and apply it to your everyday life, whether that be in the workplace, in your family, in your community, because our world will be better from it. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to celebrate and get out of here. So congratulations. Everyone should be very proud of themselves.
Thank you, Megan. Will the audience please rise and remain standing during the recessional while the graduates and the faculty exit? We are now adjourned.